Vigits, hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? Welcome back. Hope y'all are doing well. So the U.S. advanced to semifinals. They're going to meet Panama. They say that Panama's been swooping all over their opponents. They look good. They're sharp. They're ready to meet the U.S. The U.S. beat Canada. I don't know what Panama's playing like, but I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk. It should be quite a challenge, but I think the U.S. is going to put a good performance, and they have a young squad. They'll have enough time to recover to be able to meet Panama. So yeah, that's what I'm betting on. Canada, I don't think I've ever seen them play because I don't think this is the same Canadian team that played the World Cup. The only one I recognized was the coach. Having said that, I think that Canada, they did all right. They did all right, for probably a B team. I don't know what B or C team that they have. I know the U.S. is pretty much playing with the C team. They did all right. They controlled maybe 15-20 minutes of the first half, which was kind of strange. It was pretty interesting because they were playing in American soil at home. The U.S. was playing at home. And by definition, they should have been playing better. They should have been dominating the game, which they did after the first 20 minutes. And it was pretty much the U.S. controlling the tempo of the game and advancing and having more opportunities than the Canadians, but not many attempts from the U.S. The only attempt that came in was in the second half by Kid Cowell, the shot from long distance. After that, it was just stuck. The game in the first half was very muddled. It was very slow. There was a lot of passing to the back. There was a lot of centering. The U.S. wanted to find a way to get into the 16-yard box, but we're really having a hard time to do that. There was a lot of discipline. I enjoy this about this team that supposedly hasn't been working that much time. They haven't been playing together for a long time, and they seem like they've been playing for a long time. When you see them play, there isn't that brilliance. Nobody really brings in anything that destabilizes the opponent. So it was just crossing, it was just passing back, it was just trying to Einstein an idea to try to get inside the box. It was only until the second half when Cowell came in, and then when Vasquez came in and they scored a goal. They waited till the end when they should have finished this in the second half. Busio, for me, was the man of the match. I know Turner had a really good game with the saves, the penalty saves. But to me, it was Busio. Busio was just all over the field, was just running the ball, was defending, created a lot of chances, was responsible for one of the goals. I thought he had a really good game, and to think that he plays in the second division. Yes, I know this is Canada, and they've been playing teams that have no chance of ever probably getting to the World Cup, except maybe Canada. But I like the effort that he put in, and just pretty much the effort that I can't say the same thing about certain players. Yes, you guessed it, especially one, Ferreira. Ferreira was being lauded as being the most creative. Valderrama, Pirlo combined, Zidane, Rui Costa. It was just the weirdest thing that the pundits were saying that this guy was doing a good job of just passing. He was just passing the ball. He wasn't creating any wicked creative passes. He was just passing the ball. And as much as he passed the ball, he also screwed up by giving the ball away. There was a center that he overshot the center. He was just clearing the ball. Anytime he had the ball when he was in the back, which I don't know why he was in the back. The whole point of having him there is to go up front and try to score. That's all he can do. He's not fast. He's not quick. He certainly isn't creative, and he can't take somebody on one-on-one. And yes, if he's going to stay there the whole game, of course he's going to have moments where he's going to be able to pass the ball. Again, just pass the ball. At that level, everyone should be able to pass the ball and complete 100% a ball pass. I don't know what's so remarkable about that. It's just the strangest thing that they were lauding this guy over that. I'm convinced now that this guy is not good. He's just not good. And certainly his ass better stay here in the MLS. Your ass better stay here in the MLS. There's no way he's going to be playing European football at all. And I'm not talking about because he didn't score today. Hey, that was awesome that he had the hat trick, back to back. That's great, but that's circumstantial. That doesn't mean that he should go play in Europe. That doesn't mean that he's going to be a starter for the U.S. No. At the very least, maybe the bench, and sometimes you're not going to have him play. They're not going to call him up to the U.S. squad. I find it amusing that they think this guy is actually good. I'm not saying he's horrible, but you might as well have just stuck in Mihailovic or Gressel to do what he was doing in the middle, which I believe they could have done a way better job at. Blown away by the praise that this guy gets. It's just astounding, and he almost missed the penalty. Cade Cowell, they should keep encouraging that. I think there's a diamond in the rough there. I'm not saying he's going to be their go-to player every single time, but he just breaks that scheme of just the same thing of just passing discipline, which is awesome, which is what they need. But you need something else that destabilizes the opponent, and that's what this guy brings in. He's not the most refined. He doesn't have that finesse, unfortunately. But I mean, he's only 19, and I don't think he's going to reach that level of Messi. Definitely not a Messi, but he can get better, with the ball. He's too heavy on the ball, too rough, too abrasive when it comes to the ball. But that abrasiveness and that roughness, it comes in handy. When you saw him plowing through two Canadian players, and then he tried to take on the other one, he ended up getting a corner kick. And then the one, he took on one of the Canadian midfielders and then just accelerated past them. And they were hounding him like 4 or 5 players, and then he ended up shooting it instead of passing it to Ferreira to the left, and he had a Busio that was coming from the back, which I thought he did splendid in my opinion, not giving it to none of these guys and just taking it to himself. I thought he did a really good job. So I hope they keep encouraging him. I hope they still instill that confidence in him, and because that's what he needs, and that's exactly I think what the US needs. Decent game, decent second half, and really good penalty shootout from the US. Supposedly this Panamanian team is really good, so I'm thinking that it's going to be a challenge, and it's not going to be easy for the US. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay tuned for future videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.